Oh, you can bet your ass what we're doing today. Being a slave boy. That's my life now. That's what it is. That's love. That's what my wife says. She says it's love. Anyway, today's a good day, guys. So praise God. I'm tired, but you got to take advantage of them, right, guys? So anyway, as you can tell, we played with this girl last time. Guys, I think it's the relay. As dumb as it sounds, the guy, my car guys, pretty sure it's just a little relay, a little switch behind the dash somewhere. I'll look into that later, but confirm with me and let me know if that's the case. That's what I think it is. Anyway, yeah, so we got to prep the site, the plot that we're going to be doing and using for crop. And I think she wants to do corn there, and like it's like the Indian 3. I think she mentioned it. We're going to check in with her later and ask about that. But I'm pretty sure that's what we're doing there. But I told her, well, before we get in there, let me get in there with the weed eater and the brush trimmer, because you can attach a little blade to this thing, and see if I can just clean up all the way to that hillside, and then maybe a little bit of the hillside, but really all the way up, because I just want to maximize that area. So that's what we're going to do today. And I think we're also going to buzz cut the boys' hairs, because they were growing their hair out, because one day they randomly came up and said, "Daddy, I want a mullet." They didn't say it like that, but they said just randomly. The mullet part's true. They wanted a mullet, and we laughed, and I was just like, hell yeah, brother. Why not? Let's do it. But they become quickly demotivated over the course of growing it out. So we'll buzz their haircuts, get the reactions. I think I'll insert a little clip of what they're doing here now. These children doing this homework, this homeschool.
What is she will? She will go today. She'll go. What
Mrs. Ruka, you need to be seen in the principal's office in 10 minutes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's get back to it. Yeah. Cool. They're doing school. And then yeah, later. So later we'll buzz their cuts. We'll get up on this hill today, mow it up, clean it up, get it ready for my baby mama. We'll check in with baby mama and see what she's planning and what she's doing, and then we'll buzz these guys' hair. Yeah. And I think that's about it. I think that'll be a good, sufficient video. But anyway, let's get right to it. All right. So before I start, I figured I should tell you what I'm using for my homeboys out there, the good old boys that, be doing this shit on the daily. I typically prefer steel products, but it was a quick purchase and I needed it pretty quick. And steel, I don't know if there's Home Depot doesn't have any of these, and I don't think Lowe's did either. I think they're private dealers. Sometimes they got stuff, but when I started landscaping, I actually started on Echo products, and this is an Echo SRM 410X. Just the straight shaft. It's not the interchangeable one, but you can change the heads on it, which I'll get to in a second. But she's a beast ass, dude. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's the biggest small engine you can get on one of these trimmers. But just great products, dude. I enjoy Echo. I really do. I liked Echo. Like I said, I started out with Echo, and then later on started using steel when I worked at the university. If you guys are wondering what university, I was at Johnson Bible College, or Johnson University in Knoxville, Tennessee at a point, and really enjoyed my time there. Would love to go back, but it's like 3 hours away. So now I got to find a new university to go to. Shout out to my West Virginian universities in the South. Not many, but they're around. They're around. But nonetheless, this is what we're going to use today. It's a beast. I don't have a single issue with it. Granted, she's a month new. I bought her with the mower around the same time as the mower. And it was literally, I needed a big hussy to be able to tear through. And she does it. But I think we're going to interchange. We'll start with the normal head with the weed eater line. I'll show you the weed eater line next time. It's a nice Echo brand, and it does really well. It does. But anyway, here's the two blades we got, and I think I'm going to hop over this and get a little closer so you guys can see. But if you guys have any questions about that Echo, let me know. I don't really know the horsepower off the top of it, but it's pretty awesome. We got this little blade right here, and I done tore the shit out of this thing, just ripping through stuff. Does great for brush. And then there's like this chainsaw one, where if you look, the teeth, and I haven't used this one yet, the teeth are similar to what you would see on a chainsaw kind of. But I think we're going to try this one just because I already tore the shit out of that one. We'll just go with this. They're both like 20 bucks, I think, a pop. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We're using the Echo. I'll start with that trimmer head, normal trimmer head, and then if I find that it is inefficient or I got some bigger shit to take care of, I will slap this baby on. This is nice when it's just thick shit, you know, like literal tiny little saplings and whatnot, and this will do great. But if it's mixed in with grass, like in tall, you know, brush or whatever, it does great with briar, but brush, just tall wheat, whatever, that type of shit, I don't know what it's called. It's good, it'll cut right through it, but it starts to pile, and then you're just pushing stuff. So you got to do it, and then you got to move it, cut, move, cut. So I'm going to see if I can get in there first with that and kind of mulch it down, and then I'll come back with this maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Of course, I'm going to speed it up. I'll give you a little entry to the next spot, but and then we'll just speed up the video with some sweet-ass music. Maybe this one will have words, the music. I don't know, some of these YouTubers, they get away with fucking using real music. I just don't want to run into that issue and then have to deal with it. You guys let me know if you want real music. And I guess I'll look into it. But I don't know. Anyway, let's get on it. All right. So this is what we're dealing with. Oksana wants to put a few rows here. I think she said something like 50 foot by 3 foot, you know, strips, and then have like 2 foot spaces so she can walk around them. I think she wants to go 100. I told her I just don't want to go too far because we got that pole barn up there that you can see. And, you know, maybe one day Davey Wavy will have a lift in it and board it up, or maybe he'll buy a boat. I don't know. Pontoons boats. Those are cool. Any pontoon boat drivers, riders, boaters? I don't know. Isn't that funny? I was in the Navy. I learned how to moor the boat. I learned all that boot camp. Then you get to the Seabees and they say, hey, remember all that? And you're like, yes, petty officer. And they're like, throw that out. You're not a sailor, you're a Seabee. And I was like, very well. But anyway, yeah, one day we'll get something in there. But for now, we're going to use this plot for crops. We do have a well water spigot right there. We're going to have to figure that out. God willing, it starts raining again. But, you know, long term, I mean, we're going to have to figure it out. We do have city water hookup. We're not hooked up to it, but we do have that. And I thought, well, when we start having a lot of cattle and that, maybe we'll hook up then, and just city water, that bill will be for the animals and gardens maybe. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, you can see this incline here. This is what we're going to clean up. I don't want to clean too much up on the incline. I want all that root to stay there just kind of for erosion protection. But you can see I can walk into it quite a bit. In fact, a deer had bedded right here. Isn't that interesting? That's what we're most concerned with. Dude, there's so many deer out here. It really is a hunter's paradise. But damn, dude, you farmers and gardeners and homesteaders, what do you guys do for deer in the gardens? Because, man, I'd be dropping them if they're acting like vermin. But of course, you can't do that. You have to be reasonable. So my wife mentioned something about bone something. And True Grit, if you're watching, you guys are the ones that put her on it. But she's over there waving to me. She's so sweet, curious. We'll go to her in a second. But True Grit, you guys are the ones that put us onto it, or her onto it. So we'll try that out, she was mentioning. But right now, we got to get it right. Before you plant, you got to prep. And before you prep, you got to make sure you got the place for it. And that's what Slavey Boy Davey Wavy's here to do. So you can walk into this quite a bit before you hit that actual incline. And so that's what we're going to take care of. Looks like we got some branches and brush there too. I'm first going to swipe it with the normal head, and then we'll come in with the actual brush blade and see if we need to do anything else. We're definitely going to have to. But yeah, anyways, let's go on. Before I do that, though, check this out. Blackberries everywhere, man. I'll tell you what, man. You know you're in Appalachia when you got these good old blackberries. But watch out. There's a drought. And I heard yesterday, when droughts happen, blackberries come out. Hopefully not. No, I'm sure we'll be good. I haven't literally seen one yet. It's been a month. So, God willing, it stays that way. And if I see it, hopefully we just do like a subtle nod. Like, yeah, I got you. I see you, but I'm gonna let you do. You do you, you do me. All right, this next, I'll just reposition the camera and we'll do some speed ups. Those are kind of therapeutic, I think, right, guys? We'll do some speed ups, I'll clean it out, and then after I'm done, we'll talk and walk it maybe. So let's do that.
Sometimes we forget that we have all the power to change everything, but we're too focused on all the crazy things that happened yesterday. Well, no one said that this life would be easy, but it's what you do after you get knocked down that counts. So when life hits hard.
All right. All right, so that didn't work out too well right off the bat. Our trimmer's not going to cut it. I mean, it definitely will cut it, but man, it's just eating the wire or the line. So now we're going to have to switch over to Big Daddy. There's just too much briar in there. There's just too much briar in there, and you know, thorn bushes and it's just not going to cut it. So we're going to have to do this. Oh, this is the most annoying part right here. I gotta lock this. But yeah, so we're gonna switch over to this blade. I ain't gonna talk too much, I guess. But this goes on just like a screw. I just can't remember. Pretty sure it's lefty loosey, maybe it's righty tighty. I don't know, sometimes it's reversed on these things. Well, probably is reversed, right? But I got an idea. We'll just take the damn spool out. I'll tell you what too, remember I was saying I get up by poison ivy? This is exactly why. Right here. There we go, we'll get this nut. But I go in there, and usually I wear a long sleeve shirt, but hell, today I said forget it. I ain't worried about it. I didn't think about it. I would have put it on if I did. There we go. Yeah, it's reverse thread, boys. So anyway, we're gonna put that blade on, and you're gonna see how much easier it is. If you look closely, you can see how the trimmer, the pro over that, the trimmer is that it literally, excuse my language. The pro to it, I'm sorry, I'm losing my way, is that it mulches stuff, right? So when you cut a big ass brush down, if it's thin enough, it'll just eat it up and then spit it out all over the place. These blades, all they do is cut. That's it. So you cut it and it drops right there. So after you do enough cutting right there at the front, it just drops on top of it. So these blades are phenomenal. You're going to see for what we're about to do with all these briar bushes and little trees. But you're going to start seeing those piles pile up, and me probably flinging it with the shaft here. So, all right, well, I'm going to put this blade on. We'll speed up here and we'll keep going with this cutting.
That rooster crowing 6 a.m. Black rifle coffee, a few good friends watching the sunrise in a deer.
All right, there she is, boys. I don't know if you can see it. She's on there. And real quick, I just thought of it. I want to shout out to Ben, Trey, and Chase, and any other guys at Landscaping. We all left that university now. All went on our ways. But God bless you guys. Hope you're doing well. Every time I cut, I think of you. Especially you three. God bless you. Chase is in the Navy. He's an MA now, Master at Arms. Trey, I don't know what he's doing now, but he's still back in Tennessee. I think he's in Florida. Chase is in Florida, maybe not. And then I believe Ben is in Indiana. I think he works at a gun shop or an armory or something like that. I don't know. Something like that. But anyway, we'll get on it. Yeah, let's do it. Praise God.
Country. Listen up. Digging up dirt with these two hands, praying for rain, working that land. The fear of God instilled in every man. Hell yeah, that's my kind of country. Friday night lights, old town squares, Jesus chicken and county fairs. Sunday mornings are a family affair. Hell yeah, that's my kind of country. Out where the green grass grows. Where the green grass. It's just one stop sign to a simple life off a dead end old dirt road.
Shit, boy.
Built for tough American flags flying in the mud. Hell yeah, that's my kind of country. Rodeo buckles, worn out boots, wide open fields, small town roots where the colors run red, white, and blue. Hell yeah, that's my kind of country. We shake hands with everyone we meet. We say hello. That's my kind of country. That's my country. There's no place I'd rather be. Then off an old dirt road in a pickup truck, in the back of the bed with the one I love, kissing under the stars till the sun's back up. Yeah, that's my kind of country music on the radio, taking our time, taking it slow, getting lost where the green grass grows. Hell yeah, that's my kind of country. Opening doors, shaking hands, saying yes sir and thank you man.
So, even with it, I mean, fast, but I got to take it easy. My doc says I don't know, I guess some of you guys can relate. You can't push too hard even on your good days. You push too hard, the next day you're going to pay for it. So I'm learning how to gauge myself. And it's as simple as just looking at something I have to do and going, okay, well, I'll do this much this day, let it be, and then this much this day. So anybody that works with these huge, you know, handheld weed eaters, not these little electric ass, gay ass ones, not these little baby ass, little, you know, Walmart brand weed eaters, gas weed eaters. If you work with an Echo or a Steel or something of the equivalent with that big ass engine on there, you know how tiring it can get. Well, it's rough. And I got a shoulder, so I'm not supposed to use that either. And I try not to. But anyway, you can kind of see what we did. All we did was push this whole line back in. You see that I stopped right there at the hill? I know some people try to do Hillside and they do it successfully, and that's fine. And I don't know if that grade is even possible, but maybe one day. But right now we're just going to push it back to get that as much as we can get, that flat line. You can kind of see the line. It's like right here. I don't know. Maybe you can't, but we're going to walk it real quick just to show you. And of course, you know, Davey Wavy ain't, you know, he didn't have no babies for no reason. He's going to teach these little boys how to be men so that when they have their little, you know, that little spritz come around, he can be like, oh, I know how to take care of you. I know how to lead you. I know how to listen. I know how to love. And the inevitable, I know how to be your slave boy, unfortunately. Because guess what? This is all for my wife. You think I give a shit about this hillside? I do, but, you know, it's for her, really. But you can see how much we grabbed. I mean, it doesn't look too much back there, but like right here, I mean, it started about right here, and we cut it back. And you see what I was talking about, those brush blades, that cut right through, but man, you're doing so much more work pushing because you have to push it aside. So I went up to the phone pole. She doesn't plan on going any further than the phone pole, or really that's what I told her, don't go past the phone pole. I don't think she's going to go up that far, but I just wanted to give her as wide a space as she could use, whether she plants there or just puts there, you know. And I got to clean up around that phone pole too. Ah, should I do it today, guys? It's tempting. It's not much. I don't think so. I'll attach that to the other, you know, the other project when the time comes. I got to get rid of this too. That's the old thing. It's rotten out. So, whoops, sorry, grabbed a thorn. Here's our new trash cans. But anyway, oh, all right. Let me make sure I blur out any. I haven't been thinking about that. Look at you guys. You guys are supposed to help me out. I haven't been thinking about my address. I don't think it's seen it. I got to look through all the videos now like a dumbass, seeing if I just doxed myself. But all right, my little slave boys, my baby boys, because I'm raising men. I'm not raising boys. Oh, Frederick Douglass, I think his name was. And I saw a quote today. It's better to build up strong children than to correct stupid men. Oh, I probably fucked that up. Better to bring up strong children than to correct stupid men, something like that. Or no, fix broken men, I think. So let's say that again. Frederick Douglass, better to bring up strong children than to fix broken men, right? And that's our theory, and that's what I believe the Bible teaches us. Yeah, so anyway, I think it looks good. Let's go check up on Oksana and then drop on the kids. Hopefully I'm in frame. Drop on the kids if they got some work to do. Hi, baby mama. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
She's camera shy. She was all worried about what she looked like. She need to go get a haircut. Her hair ain't dead. Oh, she's fine. Anyway, I was telling them that I was clearing this out, and essentially, I know you're not going to be growing too much. Look at these guys; they're playing. They're playing because
poison ivy.
Well, that's fine to get poison ivy. They're just like their daddy then, but they're playing right now. They don't realize they're going to take all that into the woods. They're about to find out though. They got an inkling. Well, anyway, quiet boy. Mom's got to talk. Y'all pull you in a minute and talk to you. So anyway, we thought this is probably the safest place to plant right now when it comes to the utilities, because there's only this pole barn right here that has electricity, and I'm sure the line sticks more on that hillside than anything, but we'll find out. If I dig up a 120 line, I'll show you. I doubt I will. Other than that, though, yeah, so Oksana, if you want to go over and tell them, I said you would want to do like 50 foot or something.
Well,
so
I had measured from, I think that's the Rose of Sharon, and I had been measuring from the tree. I don't know, I can't remember. I have to get my app again. I think it's the Rose of Sharon. I started measuring from there, and then I did 20 feet, and then I realized 20 feet isn't actually that big. So then I moved up to 50 feet, and 50 feet, I think it goes right to the top of the hill.
So just right before this pole?
Yeah, something like that.
That's perfect then. That's
and then I can't decide if I want to do 30-inch rows or 36-inch rows. So, but either way, I have at least enough room for 3.
What was it? I told them earlier, the Indian 3 or something?
Oh shoot, I'm on the spot, so I don't remember. The Three Sisters. The Native Americans would do it.
It was a respectful Indian 3. You see, the Native Americans, I didn't pull that nowhere. Calm down.
Well, it turns out my mom said that they were doing that in Ukraine too when they'd grow. They
I'm sure.
would grow
all over the world.
So all the old people have been doing it for
yeah, but I guess
centuries.
Here it's called what? The sister? Three
sisters. The Native Americans would do it.
Yeah, so, boys, I'm going to have some poison ivy on me probably.
You probably are.
It's always me. All right, yeah, so you're going to be doing...
But that's not till next May.
You're talking about these plots though?
Yeah, but for this year, because I've got...
Okay, so because I thought I was just doing this for a reason.
No. That's next May, but the Three Sisters. But this year, right now, this is where I want to put my fall crop, because I've got the companion plants going. So I have like my cabbages, kales, broccoli, cauliflower, all that. But then I also have to have a row of the flowers that the pests don't like. So I've got that too.
Yeah, what was that thing I referenced? True Grit again about their bone something that you were talking about.
Oh, the Billy's bone sauce. I think that Billy man, I think he's a YouTube person. Perma pasture. I don't know.
But that's Billy. What they use.
Yes, and her husband said it worked pretty well. Look at that kid. I have taken him to urgent care so many times.
Yeah, I know. Hey, you're gonna fall. Just be careful. I was just thinking too. I was doing the brush blade, and like you see me, and normally coming out of the Navy and being safe, even at university, you had to wear your hat, you had to wear your chat, whatever it might be pertaining to the
goggles on.
Yeah. Right. Shout out to Perry from Johnson University. Where's your safety glasses? Anyway, where's your PPE? The Navy was the same exact way. But I thought the same thing. I said, oh man, I'm gonna be doing this one day, and my ass is gonna be making them wear every damn thing in his sun, ear protection, eye protection. Yeah. But then I thought at some point he's got to get hurt. Not like that bad. I did I'll tell you a story one day. I cut my finger almost off with a chainsaw, but now I can only pull it back so far.
You can't snap.
I can't snap, but yeah, no, they need to do that. Hopefully one of them falls down that hill so they get a little roughed up, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so you got 3 rows. You're going to be doing 30 inches wide?
I can't decide, 30 or 36.
Probably 30 because you're going to be complaining about your back reaching over.
Well, you're supposed to, it's Elliot Coleman, and I think he does 30-inch. I really can't remember. It's either 30 inches or 36. And then he does a 12-inch walkway, but I plan on having this till I'm 90, so I'm not about to do a 12-inch walkway.
What do we do about that Rose of Sharon then? Do we take it out?
No, I think that's good. The pollinators really like it, so I'm just going to leave it.
Maybe that's why he planted it previously.
Yeah, and then that's just where the rows will start.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well. And lastly, what was that? I brought it up and I butchered the hell out of it. Frederick Douglass said, Oh, me. It's better to raise, or it's better to build up strong children than to fix broken men.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah,
okay.
something like that.
So they got it at the end, but it's so, we saw that this morning. We thought that is so incredible.
Yeah.
That saying.
Because it was the video where the father was making his son apologize, right?
Oh yeah, because it was just, I guess some kid was bullying this other girl.
Some middle schooler, high schooler.
Ooh, and that daddy got out there and laid it straight. Made him buy a present.
She got her candles.
Got her candles. Said, you know, you're gonna read it. And I told her, I said, you know, throughout that whole damn letter he was writing, he was coming up, hey Dad, I'm done. Here it is. And he got that ass smacked in the back of the head. Get your ass back there and say this too. And write this in too. I can't believe, because God forbid my children ever. That's one thing I push on them all the time. You better not bully. You better not be mean. Oh God, if I find out, God's truth, as Jeremy Clarkson would say. But hey, boys, get over here. I'm about to task them. I want to task them in front of you. We're gonna shave their head. That'll be the incentive. They really want to shave their head. All right. So we're just gonna take a quick little glance. They chose the difficult way, which isn't that difficult. They're just gonna have to drag it up. Drag it up there. So check this out, guys. You're gonna take this brush. You're gonna drag it up to that tree. You see that big tree right there? That first one looks like a white oak. Probably wrong. See it? And you're gonna go just past it to the left. You see those dead little branches, trees? Yeah. To the left, and you can put it there. That's fine. But don't put it on the hill here. Don't throw stuff in there, because I got to cut this down too soon, and I don't want it right on the edge of this berm.
You have to cut all this as well?
I'd like to. I don't have to, but I'd like to get. I'm trying to reclaim as much land as we can. So anyway, we'll go up there. I said we were going to check Oksana seeds, but she said they're already kind of done. There's really no update.
Well, not that it's done. It's just
sitting
starting to germinate now.
Starting to germinate.
Is all.
So instead, I think we're going to go and, well, I guess on this video, you're going to see the next part, which is them buzzing their hair. God willing, they get done. But I'll go work on some other videos. So we'll see you in a minute. All right, Sharon, we're just going to buzz your hair. But first, you guys got to do rock, paper, scissors. So who's going to do it? That's right, stand straight, man. Look at you, and you're popping, you're like arching your back. Stop arching your back all the time. You're going to hurt yourself. For real, you're going to end up like me. All right, so you're going to do rock, paper, scissors. Okay? Sound fair?
Yeah.
All right. So do it. Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ooh, so as Solomon, do you want to go first or last?
First.
Okay, sit in that chair. All right, let's move this. Azariah, watch out. We're going to buzz his head. We're going to buzz his head. All right, so there's Solomon. Give a thumbs up to the camera. Yeah, you're just gonna have a lot of hair in them. Yeah, you'll want to move those necklaces because you're gonna get hair in them. But all right, and Azariah wants to go shorter. He wants to go shorter. You want skinhead, boy? You want skinhead? Now we'll get you to. All right, well, we'll do 1/4 inch. That was 1/2 inch for your brother. 1/4 inch guard. Anyway, I guess that sums it about it for today. You guys can go over there and get a broom and stuff and get that situated. Oh, in fact, what we'll do is we'll go and check out this other wasp nest real quick at Oksana's garden, because supposedly they're building something. And you know what that means. Big Daddy over here's got to get his ass handed to him. You want to say hi? Come here. Ah. Hi. All right, guys. We'll see you in a second. All right, so we're just about at the end of this video, and we just buzzed those boys' hairs. Damn, dude. I mean, there's something else, those guys. I love them. They're growing. They're growing, but they're just the goofiest bunch sometimes. Anyway, yeah, so we're here, and she was complaining about some wasps, but you know what it is, babe, I think?
Yellowjackets.
Some yellowjackets, sorry. Yellow jackets love moisture, and anytime I'm around like near the pool house, they just start swarming it. And I think it's because earlier today I was working on the pump below the house. We got well water, like I was saying, and we get some sulfur sometimes. Well, we always get sulfur, so we have to mix in very slowly bleached down water, or water with a little bleach in it. And lately it's been acting up. I can't figure it out. It'll pump and then it sometimes won't. For my utilities men and my plumbers, okay, you got your PSI gauge there for all that pressure, to check the pressure of the lines. Well, right there's a switch where it detects the pressure, and once it goes below enough that pressure, that starts pumping, obviously the well starts pumping water, and also starts putting in on another pump out of another reservoir some bleach and water. And that's been acting up recently. So I was out here earlier today and I thought about videotaping, but I'm not gonna until it becomes a real big problem. And to get the pressure down, I had to use the garden hose from over there and start spraying. So I just sprayed over here towards your.
And I also watered during the
so
day.
I was just watering your things while I was under the house, and that's probably why they're all over here, because that moisture they love. I think you're fine, because like I'm gonna walk through it and probably get. I don't think I'll get stung, but as long as I walk through it and they don't really do anything.
Look over there on that cabbage leaf.
That usually tells me that they're fine. They're not gonna. There's no hive, because that means they're just scouring or whatever. And that cabbage is sweet too. They're probably eating that cabbage. Anyway, if you guys have some suggestions about the yellow jackets, dude, and what to do with them, I mean, normally when it was nice and lush and there was no drought, I'd just take a blowtorch to them, with some contingency, some water standing by, and I'd just tear that wasp nest up or that yellow jacket mound and stuff like that. But I mean, it doesn't look like I don't think
they're not going in.
Well, they look like they might.
That's going to be really annoying.
Oh yeah, run. Yeah, we'll take them out. What I'm going to do later today is I'll just spray around it. I mean, you're not going to get any chemicals on, but I'm going to kind of just, I don't know. What do you guys think? Help us out. Wasps. What do we do?
Yellow jackets.
Yellow jackets. Because, dude, I'm about done with them, man. They've been out in the fields beat my ass. But now it looks like they're coming for retribution, coming up in our garden and shit. We got to figure it out. We'll figure it out, babe. Really what's going to happen is when we get to that end game and we actually see them building a mound or something, I'll come out here in the evening with some soap and water.
Yeah, because I have sweet potatoes.
And start messing them up.
A few leftover sweet potato slips that I put there. I'm going to have to take it out.
Well, you should be able to. They're not very active in the morning or in the evening. It's midday like they are. But yeah, definitely we're going to have to figure out what to do with these yellow jackets, man. Because I'll tell you what, I'm about to get real angry dealing with these guys. Messing with our garden. I thought it was the deer I was going to have to worry about.
Well, the deer did come.
I know, the deer came too, but we're going to have to get that bone stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll end it here, guys. We did some work today.
On the swing.
I filmed a couple videos and whatnot. It's been a good day, so praise God on that front. But yeah, here's our next step, man. These yellow jackets. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Well, thanks for watching Seabee Land. And stay tuned and talk. Do some I don't know, like tell me what I need to do. Say some talk do something.
Build that chicken coop.
Build that. You see what I'm saying? I can't get the hell out of here. She makes me want to go get a job sometimes. I'm not supposed to.
Well, I'm saving this cabbage. I'm going to give it to the chickens.
Well, all right. Well, I told them already. The chicken coop is coming. I got it. We're going to go in that stall soon here soon, and we're going to start building it and get the hell situated. But that's going to be a pretty bigger job, so it's going to have to be a longer video. Not necessarily as long as my first introduction video, but it'll be longer. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining us today. God bless you. Have a wonderful, I hope you laugh. I don't know. Subscribe. Cool.
I put him to work. Behind the scenes.